Welcome to Yoga, Yi and Judy. I am Judy. Today's flow is a flow for beginners, either for those of you who have never done yoga before, or if you have done it before but not for a while and you want to get back into it. I will spend quite a bit of time talking you through the alignment of the different poses, because it's not about going as deep as you possibly can, but it's about doing it in a way that you get the benefit of a pose, and especially to make sure that you don't hurt yourself as you do it. There's no props needed unless you find it a bit difficult to maybe sit down in a seated position. You could get a towel and just roll it up and put it under your buttocks or a pillow so that your pelvis is tilted slightly forward, which will help you to keep your spine straighter. If you don't need that, then there's no props needed. And with that said, let's get started.
Start laying down with the knees bent and the feet firmly planted on the floor. Take a deep inhale. Exhale through the mouth like you're trying to quiet the mind. Inhale and exhale through the mouth. Once more. Inhale and exhale through the mouth. Then draw your knees in the direction of your chest. As you exhale, let your thighs sink towards your belly, creating a gentle pressure. Inhale, let go. Exhale, let your legs sink towards your belly. Inhale, let go. Exhale, sink your thighs towards your belly. On your next inhalation, widen both knees out to the side, holding the tops of your knees with your hands, and start to push your knees away from you as you circle them outwards. Then pull them back towards you, circling them back in. Let's draw another 2 circles. Inhale, widen your knees out to the side, push them away and circling them out. And then pulling them back towards you, circling them back in. Inhale as you widen both knees, push them away, start to circling out. And then pull them back towards you, circling them back in. Keep your knees pulled into your chest and gently rock from side to side. And then you can move on to moving in circles, just a few of them, to loosen up our lower back. Then come up into a seated, cross-legged position. If you find that difficult, you can put a rolled up blanket or a pillow under your buttocks so your hips are slightly higher than your knees, making it easier to keep a straight spine as you are seated. Or if it's more comfortable for you, you can also come into a kneeling position with your buttocks resting on your heels. So whichever seated position you're in, find a strong seated position with your spine straight and the crown of your head pulling up, lifting your body up. Place one hand on your belly and one above the chest. Feeling the space between your hands widen as you inhale, your chest lifting at the same time. And as you exhale, feel how that space narrows, with your belly button drawing towards your spine. Take 2 more deep breaths here, feeling the expansion in between your hands on an inhale and the contraction on an exhale. Inhale, feel the space widen. Exhale, feel the space between your hands becoming narrow. Take another inhale, and as you exhale, slowly draw your chin towards the chest. Inhale as you draw a half circle with your chin towards the right shoulder. Exhale, roll the chin back to center. Inhale, drawing a half circle with your chin towards the left shoulder. Exhale your chin down to the chest, back to center. Once more on each side, 1 breath, 1 movement. Inhale, move your chin to the right shoulder. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, chin draws towards the left shoulder. Exhale, back to center. And then slowly bring your head back up. Bring your arms out by the side in a cactus shape. Inhale as you look up with open arms and you arch your back. And exhale as you pull together your elbows in front of you. Inhale, cactus your arms out, look up. Exhale, pull your elbows together in front of you as you round your back. Once more. Inhale your arms out into cactus, look up, arch your back. And exhale your elbows together in front of you as you round your back. Coming back into a neutral position, taking your hands on your shoulders. And on an inhale, bring your elbows forward and circle them up. And on an exhale, circle them back and down. Inhale, up. Exhale, back and down. Once more. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, back and down. On your next inhale, bring both arms up above your head. And then exhale the right hand behind your back while your left hand is coming outside your right knee. Inhale as you grow taller, the crown of your head pulling up. And then as you exhale, twist further to the right, looking over your right shoulder. 1 more inhale, growing tall. And exhale, twist further to the right. Inhale back to center, and we'll do this stretch on the other side. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale the left hand behind your back, bringing the right hand outside your left knee. Inhale as you grow tall, the crown of your head pulling up. And exhale as you twist further to the left, looking over your left shoulder. Grow tall on an inhale again. And as you exhale, twist a little bit further towards the left. And then inhale back to center. Gently release your hands in front of you and come on your knees and into a child's pose with your buttocks firmly pressed onto your heels. Your hands are reaching out front, and this is a really nice pose to stretch out your lower back. And just take a few deep breaths here. feeling the stretch all the way from your lower back, through your shoulders, into your arms. And then on an inhale, come onto your fingertips. Exhale as you walk your hands to the right, taking a nice side stretch on the left hand side, and just taking a few deep breaths here. And on your next inhale, walk your fingers back to center, and exhale as you walk the hands over to the left. This time getting a really nice stretch on the right hand side of our body. And again, we're just going to take a few deep breaths here. And then on your next inhale, come back into child's pose. Take another exhale. And on your next inhale, move your body even further forward, lowering your belly all the way to the floor. Your chest stays off the ground, pointing forward, and you're arriving in Sphinx pose. Find your alignment here with your shoulders over your elbows. You're pushing the floor away with your elbows, and your shoulders pulling away from your ears as your chest is pulling forward. On your next exhale, push yourself back into child's pose, buttocks sinking onto your heels. And we're going to do this movement twice more. We inhale forward into Sphinx pose. Exhale back into child's pose. Inhale forward into Sphinx pose. And exhale back into child's pose. Bring your upper body up. On an inhale, come on your toes and bring your feet about hip width distance apart. And then slowly straighten your legs, coming into a forward fold. And it's perfectly fine to keep your knees bent here. In your forward fold, take hold of opposite elbows and just dangle here, hanging heavy with a relaxed head, maybe swaying from side to side, or just keeping still, feeling your lower back stretched out and relaxed. On your next inhale, roll up to standing. And have all the corners of your feet firmly planted into the floor, hands beside your body, your shoulders rolled back, and your palms are facing forward. Take an inhale as you raise your arms up, and on an exhale, draw your palms together in front of your chest, gently lifting your heart. Inhale here, and on your next exhale, fold forward from the hips, lengthening the spine, keeping your gaze forward as you go down, tracing your gaze down in a circle until you can see between your feet, and you can bend your knees as much as you need as you bring your hands to the floor. On an inhalation, use your hands for support and step the right leg backward. Soften the right knee to the ground, keeping the toes curled. Keep your front knee over your front ankle. Hug your legs towards one another so that the back hip is coming forward slightly, the front hip is pulling back. And gently lift your chest and your arms, growing tall with your belly button drawing towards your spine, tilting your pelvis back. Take one breath here, and then stepping your right leg forward, stepping the left leg backward, soften the left knee to the ground, keep the toes curled, And then once again, find your alignment. The front knee is over the front ankle. You hug your legs towards one another so that the back hip is coming forward slightly, front hip pulling back so that your hips are straight. Gently lift your chest and your arms, growing tall, with your belly button drawing towards your spine, tilting your pelvis back. Take one deep breath here. And then frame your front foot with both hands, taking your front knee back, and come onto all fours in your tabletop pose. You want your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. Let's do some cat-cow stretches here. Inhale as you arch your back, look up. And exhale as you round your back, push the floor away with your hands in your cat stretch. Inhale, arch your back, look up. Exhale, round your back, pushing the floor away. Inhale, arch your back, look up. And exhale, round your back, pushing the floor away with your hands. Coming back into a neutral position. And then press into your hands, including your fingertips, pushing your hips back and up into a downward facing dog. Your hands are shoulder width distance apart. Your feet are hip width distance apart. You push into all of your hands, not just the palms. Push the floor away. Your chest is pulling towards your thighs. Your spine is straight. Your neck and your head relaxed. And you can keep your knees bent if needed. Lift each heel in turn, walking on the spot for a bit to stretch out the backs of your legs. And then shift on the outer edges of your feet in turn, stretching out the sides of your body. And then let's find stillness in this first downward facing dog for a few breaths. On your next inhale, shift forward onto your hands with a rounded upper back, coming into a high plank, pushing the floor away as you do that. It's a great way to strengthen your arms and shoulders. And then on an exhale, come back to downward facing dog with your tailbone pointing up and back and your spine is straight again. We'll do that twice more. Inhale as you shift forward onto your hands with a rounded back into a high plank. Exhale back to your downward facing dog. Chest pulling towards your thighs. Inhale, shift forward into a high plank. Exhale, push back to your downward facing dog. And we're going to take one deep breath here. And on your next exhale, lean the body's weight forward again, this time stepping the right foot forward into the space between your hands, bringing the left knee to the floor and coming to a low lunge on the right, this time untugging your back toe. Find your alignment here in your low lunge, the front knee stacked over the front ankle, your legs hugging towards one another with the back hip coming slightly forward, the front hip pulling back, gently lifting your chest and your arms while your belly button is drawing towards your spine. On an exhale, twist your arms open to the right, keeping your thigh muscles engaged, thighs pulling towards each other, and sink a bit deeper into this side twist. And then on the next inhale, bring the arms back up, turning to center. Frame your front foot with both hands and step back into downward facing dog. Again, it's absolutely fine to keep your knees bent. Press into your hands as you are in your downward facing dog. On your next exhale, lean the body's weight forward again, this time bringing the left foot forward into the space in between your hands. Lowering the right knee to the floor, coming into a low lunge on the left with your back toes untucked. Again here, find your alignment with your front knee stacked over your front ankle, your legs hugging towards one another, back hip moving slightly forward, front hip pulling back, lifting your chest and your arms with your belly button drawing towards your spine, rising nice and tall. On an exhale, twist open to the left, thighs pulling towards each other to give you stability, and sink just into this pose for a moment. On the next inhale, bring the arms back up, turning to center. And then frame your front foot with both hands, stepping back into downward facing dog. And here we'll take a few deep breaths, chest pulling towards the thighs, tailbone pointing up and back, and head and neck relaxed. On your next exhale, again lean the body's weight forward, lower the left knee down, but this time guide your right foot into the space just outside your right hand. Coming into a lizard pose, which provides a gentle hip opening for you, and just sink into it for a moment, taking some deep breaths here. And then stepping the right foot back to downward facing dog. Taking one inhale, one exhale, one more inhale, and on your next exhale, lean the body's weight forward, lower the right knee down this time, and guide your left foot just outside your left hand, coming into your lizard pose for a gentle hip opening on the left side. And again, we just take a few breaths here, allowing us to sink a bit deeper into this nice hip opening pose. And then step your left foot back into your downward facing dog, taking one deep inhale and one deep exhale. Another inhale, and on your next exhale, lower your knees to the floor, arch your back, opening your chest, and then bend your elbows, keeping them close to your body as you lower your chest and your chin towards the floor. On an inhale, you sweep your heart forward, you roll your shoulders up and back, coming into a cobra. Your low belly stays on the mat, your hips stay on the mat, your chest is pointing forward, and your shoulders are rolled back, pulling away from your ears. Exhale as you shift back onto hands and knees into your tabletop pose. Inhale here. Push the floor away with your hands, round your back, and then draw your knees into the chest. It doesn't have to be high as you can do it. The tops of your feet stay on the floor. And then you release on an exhale. We'll do that twice more. So inhale as you push the floor away, round your back and draw the knees into your chest. And then exhale, release your knees down to the floor. Once more, inhale, push the floor away, round your back, and draw your knees into your chest, tops of your feet on the floor. And then release back down on an exhale. On your next inhale, come onto your toes and slowly roll your body up with an exhale, with your head being the last thing to come up. Roll your shoulders back as you press your legs and feet into the earth. Arms are by your side and your palms are facing forward. We're just going to turn our body to the side now so that you can widen your feet out. Both your feet are parallel and you widen them further than the short side of your mat. You might have to play around with the right distance a bit. And then you turn the right foot facing forward. The back foot stays parallel to the short edge of the mat. And then you sink into your front knee, into the warrior two position. And we're just first finding our alignment here. So the position of your feet is either front heel to back arch or front heel to back heel. Your knee, your front knee is above your ankle. The right knee is pushing to the right. Don't let it collapse. Your thighs are pulling towards each other. Your pelvis is tilted back. Navel pulling to your spine. Arms parallel to the floor with your palms facing down, and your shoulders are pulling away from your ears while the crown of your head is pulling up. So from this warrior two position, take an inhale, straighten your front leg and bring both arms overhead, palms towards each other. Exhale as you sink back into warrior two. We'll do this twice more. Inhale, straighten the front leg, both arms coming up, palms facing each other. Exhale as you sink back into warrior two. Once more, inhale, straighten the front leg, bring both arms overhead, palms towards each other. And exhale as you sink back into your warrior two pose. Just take one deep inhale and one deep exhale here. On your next inhale, bring your right arm onto the right knee. Exhale as you circle the back arm forward to touch the floor next to your front toe. And then on your inhale, you circle your back arm back into warrior two. We're going to do this twice more again. So on an inhale, right elbow onto right knee. The back arm is circling forward to touch the floor next to the big toe on an exhale. And on an inhale, the back arm circles back into warrior two. Inhale, right elbow onto right knee. Back arm is circling forward to touch the floor next to the big toe on an exhale. And on an inhale, the back arm circles back into warrior two. Take one inhale. One more exhale here. And then on your next inhale, you place your hands on either side of your front foot. And on an exhale, you step the left foot forward. Inhale halfway up with a straight back looking forward. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hinge up from the hips, straight back. And exhale your hands in a prayer position in front of your heart. Taking one inhale and one exhale in this pose. And then inhale, both arms up. Exhale, fold forward from the hips, straight back. Inhale, halfway up with a straight back looking forward. And as you exhale, come into a forward fold. Plant your hands on the floor and step your right leg back. The left foot is turned facing forward. The back foot is parallel to the short edge of the mat. And we sink into your front knee, into our warrior two on the left side. Again, first find your alignment. So the position of your feet is either front heel to back arch or front heel to back heel. The front knee is above the ankle. The left knee is pushing out towards the left. Don't let it collapse to the inside. Your thighs are pulling towards each other. Your pelvis is tilted back, navel pulling to the spine. Arms parallel to the floor with your palms facing down. Your shoulders pulling away from your ears and the crown of your head is pulling you up. So take one inhale and exhale here in your warrior two position. And then on an inhale, straighten your front leg, bring both arms overhead, palms towards each other. And exhale, sink back into warrior two. Twice more. Inhale, straighten your front leg, arms above overhead. Exhale back into warrior two. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, sink back into warrior two. And taking one full breath here. Inhale. And exhale. And on your next inhale, bring your left elbow onto your left knee while you circle your back arm forward to touch the floor next to your front toe. Inhale, circling the back arm back into warrior two. Twice more. Inhale, your left elbow onto your left knee, circling the back arm forward, touching the floor. Inhale, circle back into warrior two. Inhale, left elbow onto left knee, back arm circling forward, touching the floor next to your front toe. Inhale back into your warrior two pose, where we're going to take another breath. Inhale and then exhale. And on your next inhale, place your hands on either side of your front foot. Step the right foot forward as you exhale. Inhale, halfway lift with a straight back looking forward. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hinge up from the hips. And exhale your hands into prayer position in front of your heart. We're coming into a standing tree pose. We'll take our feet together, spread the toes, press through the legs for a really firm grounding. Feel the length of your body as the crown of your head is pulling up, and feel the lift in your heart as you stand here in a strong position. Then press into your right foot, and on an inhale, slowly lift the left foot, bringing your left knee to the front into your chest. On an exhale, bring your left knee out to the side, and then place the sole of your left foot on the inside of your right leg. It can be on your ankle, on your shin, or with the help of your hand, you can place it on your thigh. Bring your hands together in front of heart center and find your balance. Root strongly into your standing leg. Focus your eyes on one spot. And if you feel you found your balance, bring your arms up and widen them out into a tree pose. And take one more breath here. And then gently release the left foot. Just give it all a bit of a shake. And we're going to come into our tree pose on the other side. So pressing into your left foot, and on an inhale, slowly lift the right foot. bringing your right knee to the front into your chest. On an exhale, bring your right knee out to the side and place the sole of your right foot on the inside of your left leg, either on your ankle or your shin, or using your hands to place it on your thigh. Bringing your hands together in front of heart center. Find your balance, root strongly into your standing leg, and focus your gaze onto one spot. And if you feel that you found your balance, bring your arms up, widen them out like a tree, and then take one deep breath here. And then gently release the right foot down. And again, give everything a shake, loosen it up a bit. And then taking your feet hip-width distance apart, your toes are pointing out, the hands are coming together in prayer in front of heart center, and then we're going to sink down very, very slowly, coming into a squat position, the yogi squat. If you can keep the heels of your feet down, great, but it's perfectly fine to come up on your toes as you come into your yogi squat, and then very slowly sink down until you are in a seated position, bringing the soles of your feet together and allowing your knees to fall out towards the side, coming into a butterfly position. And here we just allow gravity to pull the body forward as we fold over the soles of our feet. And just feel that nice stretching of the spine as we do that. Lifting slightly back up on each inhale and sinking a bit deeper on each exhale. And just allowing the crown of your head to fall towards the ground, letting gravity do its job. And on your next inhale, slowly bring your upper body back up, keeping your right leg in, stretching your left leg out. And then inhale, bringing both arms up. And on an exhale, slightly turn towards your left leg and then fold forward over your left leg, giving you a nice stretch at the back of your left thigh. Try to keep the spine straight, look forward, and on each inhale, come up a bit more. And on each exhale, hinge a bit further down over your left leg. And just take a few deep breaths in this half fold. On your next inhale, come back up, stretch out your right leg. The sole of your left foot is coming onto the inside of your right thigh. Inhale, both arms up. And as you exhale, turn slightly to the right and then hinge over your right leg. Gaze is forward. Each inhale, come back up a little bit, and each exhale, try to hinge a little bit further over your right leg This time feeling a nice stretch at the back of your right thigh. And again, we're just going to take a few deep breaths in this position. And on your next inhale, come all the way back up. Stretch out your left leg, so both legs now stretched out in front of you. Breathe in as you bring both of your arms up. And on an exhale, take both your hands to the outside of your left thigh and twist over to the left. Just holding this pose for a moment for a nice counter stretch. Taking deep inhales and deep exhales. And then inhale, both arms back up. On an exhale, place both hands to the right of your right thigh, twisting over to the right. And again, taking some deep breath as we twist over to the right. And on your next inhale, bring both of your arms back up. And then rolling your back all the way down to the floor. And we're going to do one final twist on each side. So bring your right knee into your chest, your left leg is stretched out. And then with the help of your left hand, pull your right knee over across your left leg onto the left, stretching your right arm out on the side and turning your gaze towards your right hand. It's not about reaching all the way down to the floor, it's just about creating this nice spinal twist, and just make sure that you keep your shoulder on the floor, don't go any further. If you have to lift your shoulder, then bring your right knee a bit further up and just enjoy this nice spinal stretch. And with your next inhale, bring the right knee back into your chest. Stretch out the right leg and then hug your left knee into your chest, using your right hand to help the left knee over towards the right. Your left arm is stretched out, left shoulder firmly pressed into the floor as we repeat the same spinal twist on the other side. And again, if your shoulder is lifting off the floor, you want to just bring your left knee a bit further up. You stretched it a bit too far. Taking some nice deep breath in this twisted position. And then on an inhale, slowly bring your left knee back into your chest, stretch out your left leg, and then you come into your resting position for your relaxation, where your legs are slightly apart, your feet gently fall to the outside, your arms next to your body but not touching, and your palms are facing up. And now relax your body into the earth. Feel all the parts of your body relax into the ground below you. Feel your neck, your shoulders, your spine, your hips. Feel them all sink into the ground below you. Feel the effects of your practice today. Feel the openness you created in your body. Feel the strength you created in your body. Feel the balance you created in both body and mind.
And then very slowly and very gently bring awareness back to your body. Start moving your fingers, your toes, rolling your ankles, and moving your head from side to side. And then in any way that is comfortable for you, coming up into a seated, cross-legged position, keeping your eyes closed. And we're going to take one more breath together. On an inhale, circling the arms up from the sides. And on an exhale, bringing the hands together in front of heart center. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this practice. If you did, please subscribe to Yoga, You and Judy, and I hope to see you again very soon. Have a beautiful day.